box filled with.
Box of issues.
Welcome back to Box of Issues. Welcome back to Crying Children, the video game, supposedly.
Supposedly.
I genuinely don't know how long this is.
I guess it's gonna be as... Do you remember the tutorial?
Yeah, this is the first of 4 for this step.
It's gonna be as long as... I think it's gonna be as long as, what do you call it? Find Love, at least.
I hope so, because again, this is one of those things where it's like, I thought it would be fun, like, kind of weird, and it's like, okay,
I can laugh at it.
Maybe there's a little bit more here. The trio of parents appeared over the curve of the hill. Instantly, all their eyes landed on you and they rushed over.
What did I...
Oh my god!
Mama...
Oh, Jesus!
Oh my god!
That's what we're dealing with? Holy shit!
Mamacita! Yo! Yo!
Oh, man!
What?
You were not lying.
I was joking about that last part. Oh my god.
Do you wanna go with the same voices? Or
No.
are you changing them? I can be one of the mothers if you wish.
No, I don't know. I don't want them to be voiced. I want them to like stay perfect in my brain.
Oh my god.
Fine. Okay. I'm a MILF. I'm a MILF. I'm a MILF. We had been at the park for Cove and then heard what happened earlier when you met the new neighbor. I thought you might have gone further away.
No, we were just sitting in the grass.
Bro! Oh, thank God you're both fine. Wait, were you two having fun out there?
You looked over at Cove, who was willingly against his dad's tight heart and pushing at his arms.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just side note. Office ladies and dark-skinned tomboy girls.
Something that always gets me is redheads. I don't know why, but that mixture of hair and eyes is... Oh.
God damn it.
Man, this is supposed to be about boys. We're supposed to have a night with the boys. And these women are ruining it. Oh, fuck. Oh, dude.
Bro, if I was Cove, I'd be like, yo, I'm coming over to your house every day, every night.
If I was Cove's father, I'd say that.
Yo, you got a room for a dad in that family?
Yeah, I like him. You nodded, smiling slightly. Finally letting go of his squirming, scowling son, Cove's dad turned to the three of you.
Oh, thanks very much for finding him. I really didn't know this neighborhood. Good thing Jaden knows this whole area so well. Absolutely. We should be getting home now. It's been a long day for us all. Say goodbye, Cove. Boy.
The two of them walked off in the darkness, heading towards the neighborhood. You watched Cove's bright pink cast until it disappeared.
Tell you what, we'll have a proper playdate tomorrow, okay? And your friend's dad wanted to bring him by to see you and Lizzie.
Oh, I forgot I had a sister.
Oh, fuck off. That's getting a Marge voice. Bro, don't look at me. Lady, don't look at me.
Dude.
Bro. Yo. Oh. Why am I so bad for TD women?
I know, right? What the fuck? Dude. Pictures shouldn't be making me feel these feelings.
Dude, I like the voice in my bread. I can't. I'm losing brain.
You're losing bread.
Sorry, I was thinking how she's getting bread. Okay.
Wait, actually, hang on. We're not actually these two children, right? Unless they've had, like, artificial insemination, yeah?
We're adopted.
Probably, yeah. That's what I was thinking.
What are you thinking?
No, because I was like, I didn't even think about, like, oh yeah, I'm their son. And then I'm like, hang on.
Wait a second. women, son? Huh?
Anyway.
How does that sound? She's got that sultry voice, bro.
It's like words. No. Sure, I can show him my oh.
Of course.
No. Mummy is the first one. Mom is the second one.
Okay, wait. Yeah, mommy.
Mommy.
Mommy. Mom. Oh god.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah, she wears the pants in this. She literally wears the pants in this relationship.
Literally wears the pants. Yeah. Both of your mums laughed, the sound overlapping into a warm, familiar chorus. Satisfied, and more than a little ready to go to bed after a long, exciting day, you followed them home. This is how you feel towards Cove for this step. You can change in later steps. Relaxed and fond. I was always pretty quick to trust as a kid. You won't be able to change it again until step 2. Alright. At the breakfast table the next morning, you finished the food faster than usual. Your sister Lizzie had run off earlier to go play. But you'd stayed put. Today, just like your mums had promised, Cove was coming over to hang out.
Excited to see your new friend again, Jaden?
Oh, she's got a nose piercing. Oh, oh yeah. I'm sorry.
No, bro, she must have been wild when she was young. Oh, how sweet. I'm so happy he moved in. Oh, fuck, bro. With that said, are you done with your breakfast?
Yeah. With all that exasperation an 8-year-old can muster, you looked up at your empty cereal bowl and then your mum.
Okay, attitude kid. We see. Oh, good job. You should be here soon.
Cleanup began, and then, on cue, there was a knock.
Bro, I bet mommy was a biker girl. I want a visual novel with her!
Metalhead.
Metalhead? Biker girl? Oh.
Oh, no, she actually... I'd imagine her being into, like, early 2000s punk pretty hard.
Yeah.
It was hesitant, like the person wasn't sure what they were in the right place. Still, loud.
We need to get more obvious doorbell. I know. Jaden, could you get it?
No.
No, Mom!
Wiggling out of your chair, without really pushing it back, you made your way to the door.
Hey! Fuck off. Hey, Tatum family. Thanks for having us. Alright, Cove, hang out with,
Mr. Holden!
Holden? Oh, fuck.
Mr. Holden, as your mums had called him, and his son were here.
Alright, Cove, go talk to Jaden. I'm just gonna talk to you. Mrs. Taden's,
Cove looked differently at the bright light in your living room. Looked different in the bright light in your living room. And when he wasn't crying. With his dad standing in front of him, and Mom and Mummy behind you. You and Cove looked at each
I
other.
like I said, Mom and Mummy.
Pleased to see your new friend again. You smiled at Cove. He smiled back with some hesitation. Let's go play in my room.
Okay. Let us know if you need anything, you two. Oh, have fun, kids. It's so fucking hard!
Yeah, it's difficult playing two different female voices, isn't it?
See you later, son. Play nice. I'm just gonna play nice with Tatum's mom.
Dude, that's my name now.
Tatum.
You led him to your room, puffing out your chest a little bit at the sight of your treasures. There were lots of stuffed animals, a cool bed, and a window that looked out. I remember when Connor came over and he had to sleep in my racing car bed. Because I still had it. I still had a racing car bed that like I used when I was a kid.
You know Matt?
Yeah.
He still has a racing car bed.
Dude, I kind of want like I want a queen-sized racing car bed. I'm not even gonna lie.
Like this size.
Yeah. Dude, that'd be fucking nutty.
Like a Lightning McQueen queen-size racing bed.
Well, it was in the shape of like a Formula One thing, but
okay.
it was that like red and yellow Ferrari like style.
I think Matt literally has a Lightning McQueen car bed right now.
Ah, dude, car beds are the best. It was a great room. You hadn't had anyone to show it to in a while. You were really proud of it. He leaned in a little closer to one of your drawings on the wall.
Oh, I like this.
Me too. Thank you.
I don't. Oh, you're welcome.
You smiled at him. You were proud of that particular piece of art, and you were glad he noticed it. He turned to look around the room a little more, studying the books on your desk and the pictures on the walls. You were glad for the company. It was nice to have someone new to play with. Then, his eyes landed on a tiny box of beach things you'd collected tucked away by your door. He took a step towards it before hesitating and pointing at it instead.
What's that?
A hoard of stuff I found on the beach.
Do you have any driftwood in there?
Dragging the box into the middle of the room, you and Co flopped down next to it.
Hypodermic needle, hypodermic needle, hypodermic needle, Corona bottle, hermit crab, hypodermic needle.
Very dead hermit crab.
Hey, yo, Cove, back off.
I think so. Yeah, see? You gestured to a piece at the bottom, still covered in specks of sand.
Neat. This is a good collection.
You got the sense for the tone in his voice, and he wasn't saying it to be nice. Or to be, like, Shiloh. He actually meant it.
Someone else?
Shiloh?
Shiloh LaBeouf?
Oh, right. I almost forgot. Shiloh's gonna be here today.
Shiloh?
Lizzie's friend. Or, like, her number one fan, I guess?
Do I have to see him?
It should be okay. I mean, he's Lizzie's friend, not mine, but, you know. Come on, let's check out the shells some more. I found this one under a big piece of seaweed that had washed ashore, and you pulled out seashell after seashell, explaining where you'd gotten each one, holding them up against the light.
You would like music.
I actually used to do that when I like went places. I would find like weirdly shaped rocks and keep them.
Where's your rock collection now?
It's fucking, I don't know, same place my bug collection is. There were big ones, small ones, pink, purple, and orange. What Oh, right, shells. Sorry, I thought these were rocks. I was like, what the fuck? Most of them you washed off in the bathroom sink when you brought them home, cleaning off the sand. I remember when I did that the first time I went to the beach, and there was so much sand that went into the drain it blocked. We had to get a plumber out to fix it.
You kidding? This is literally you right now.
Alright, yeah, sure. Apparently fascinated, either by the stories or by the shells themselves, Cove listened with that look, like the full force, with what looked like the full force of his attention. Like when you almost got pinched by a hermit crab while searching for shells, and after watching him scuttle back into the ocean, you found another empty shell that was like, almost like a twin to his home. It was a new experience to be the center of such dedicated focus. But Cove hadn't been mean to you, so you didn't mind. You smiled at him, even every now and then, while showing him your collection.
Kids, come down to the living room.
You could tell the idea was making him unhappy, but Mommy wasn't giving you such a chance to hang around, and Cove hadn't been like this meeting you. Cove hadn't been like this meeting you. You guessed it was because he thinks you found each other by accident, not that a parent made it happen. Mr. Holden must be right that telling Cove his dad was part of that would be a bad idea.
Yeah, Jin, dickhead.
What?
Didn't you tell him? Told him.
No, I didn't. I tried to hide it, and then he was like, no, that's not right. And then the character was like, yeah, your dad told me about you. But I ended up finding him, so his dad can go fuck him, so fuck my mother's. What?
I would too.
Before you knew it, you'd both been escorted downstairs and deposited in the living room, ready for Shiloh's visit. Shiloh's. The two of you sat side by side on the floor of your home's entryway.
I brought the box of shells. I want to keep looking at them.
Okay, great.
You should have asked.
Bust it open. We can keep looking while we wait for Shiloh.
Shia LaBeouf.
Cove reached in and pulled out a big orange shell.
Oh.
Like he hadn't spoken aloud yet, he turned to you and held it up, his eyes shining.
I think this one is the best of them.
You can take it. Cove looked at you in surprise, his eyes growing wide.
Really?
Sure. You like it a lot, right?
Uh-huh. But I don't want to take it from you. It's okay.
You got an impression he was hesitant to accept something because he didn't know you very well. You insisted. No, it's okay for you. You pushed the shell against Cove's chest, willing him to receive the present, but Cove firmly shook his head and kept his arms tightly at his sides. It was a battle you couldn't win, at least not today. Cove was your neighbor now. Maybe you could give it to him at another time. The two of you were still sitting on the floor looking through your collection of beach findings when the doorbell finally rang. Cove jumped, startled by the sound. Since the person hadn't knocked, you figured it was probably Shiloh. He knew where to look for that.
Lizzie's friend.
You nodded. That didn't seem to make Cove feel better. It was already obvious that Cove didn't hide his feelings well. You could tell what he was thinking right away.
This isn't a good idea.
You'll be alright. He's here. We can't tell him to leave. He's at our door, and if you go upstairs, he'll find you. That's a really weird sentence. Cove glanced around the room, his eyes wide, and finally paused with his gaze locked onto the back of the house.
I can go out the window.
He was already walking towards it. Scrambling to think of something to say, you stepped forward, then paused. Jesus Christ, that top one is savage. I'll come with you. That sounds like something I would have done as a kid. Hurry, they'll see where we're going.
You gonna go out the
Yeah, I
window?
would fucking ditch the house, dude. If there was someone I didn't want to see, I'd just leave. He glanced back at you, and then nodded. The two of you made your way out the window together. That is really nice. It wasn't much of a distance to clamber out, but by the time you landed gently in the bushes...
I want that as a wallpaper.
That's actually beautiful, yeah. You looked up to see the cove was already taking off away from the house. He was fast, but Big Bird was faster. Sorry.
Really? Really?
It wasn't that fast, but neither were you. Cove, I'm coming.
No, you're following him, okay?
You ran as fast as your legs would take you, grass whipping around your ankles as you did so. Cautiously, Cove slowed to a halt and looked back at you. Where are you going?
I don't know. Somewhere else. I just don't want to see...
If you're running out, I can...
Oi, blimey. I'm jetting.
You looked back and saw Shiloh huffing down the hill after you. The backpack he clutched bouncing all around along the way.
What are you doing? Can I come?
He must have seen you leaving out the window and followed behind.
Oh, hi. Are you Cove? Yeah. I'm Shiloh. Okay. Yep. Are we going back or are we gonna play outside?
Shiloh's eyes moved between you and Cove, the smile remaining strong on his face. You got a tiny frown from Cove in response. You were just grateful he hadn't asked why you had been running away.
Inside. We left the box on the floor.
Right, my shells and stuff. We have to make sure they're okay.
Okay.
With Shiloh trailing behind you, you and Cove headed back towards the house. The plan for the afternoon, at least as far as you were concerned, was to sit and look at the beach things some more. You weren't really in the mood to do much of anything else, especially if Cove was having fun. Hey, check out this scallop shell I found. Cool, right?
It's a pretty color. Kinda like my cast.
The beautiful glittering pink did look a little bit like the wrap around his arm.
Pink is a nice color. Okay. Is it your favorite? Not really. What is? Maybe green. Oh, blue. It might be yellow. Oh, those are all cool. I like red specifically. It's like the color of my enemy's blood.
What is he, a fucking wow orc?
I guess. I mean, he's British, so he might as well be.
I like those colors too.
Awesome!
Both of them smiled. Like usual, It didn't take long for Shiloh to get fidgety. Lizzie was his favorite. Without her around, Shiloh didn't seem to know what to do with himself.
Oi, mate, where's your sister?
Don't ever ask me that in that voice again. If I had a sister, I would be incredibly annoyed.
Oi, cunt! I'm just in character. What are you talking about?
And Cove wasn't like your sister. He wasn't that much like you, either.
Is Lizzie coming back? Don't know. Oh, I got her some flowers. I skinned a squirrel for her.
Made her a nice cap, I did.
Where'd she go?
I think she's at the beach, probably.
Is she playing at her park?
Cove's eyes lit up at the mention of park, and he looked towards you.
There's a park.
Yeah, but it's old.
Can you show me? I wanna go.
He started getting up before we even had an answer. Shiloh jumped up beside him in excitement.
Really? You do too, like joining? The park is fun.
The park is pretty great.
Yeah, it's right on the beach, so there's a lot of fun stuff to do. And lots of sand. It gets everywhere.
But you love it.
But I love it.
It has a jungle gym and a bunch of swings.
That sounds like it could be cool. Oh, so we going to find Lizzie?
Nah.
I don't know. Oh, sorry. I don't know. I never really wanted to see her. I just wanted to check the park out.
Adrift without any direction, Shiloh finally turned to you. Okay. He perked up. Both boys wanted to go. It was only fair.
I haven't been to the park since the Black Death.
You just skipped something.
Oh.
After getting permission from your mums, the three of you were ready to head out.
Oi, mate. Your two mums. There. I'll give them a hot plate of bangers and mash, you know what I mean? I love this. The power is all mine.
Is this what it felt like for you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The power is all mine.
It was a short walk from the park. Lizzie had convinced your mom that it was so short, she should always be allowed to walk there by herself. Then you found her. She was hanging on the jungle gym, swinging back and forth. Hey, Lizzie. Her face lit up when she saw you, her big brown eyes going wide.
Wait, no, shut up. I need to visualize this.
I forget, did they say Lizzie was older or younger?
Older.
I imagine these kids are like 8. Like the main character is 8.
Yeah. Maybe 10. Around that age.
Oh yeah, I'd say 10. Yeah, 10 seems... I just realized the characters are blinking and that makes me uncomfortable. I don't know why.
Wait, we'll skip this one. Hoi!
She dropped to the ground and landed with a soft thud in the sand. In a split second, Shiloh had abandoned you two and scrambled over to the sand by her. You were used to being left out when there was the three of you, but now, Cove was here. You wondered if he would leave too.
Who's that? It's Cove. He's new. I remember. Hi, Cove. Welcome to my park. Nobody ever comes to play here, so this is where we get together.
She gestured widely with her arms as if to present the area to the newcomer. Without interrupting Lizzie's speech, Cove whispered in your ear, quiet enough that the others wouldn't overhear.
I thought kids couldn't own places like parks or hills. I fucking blended.
You couldn't help but laugh a tiny bit. Then Lizzie continued talking. You took a chance to kick off your shoes and wriggle your toes through the warm sand.
Nice, huh? This neighborhood, I'm the one who comes up with the ideas. You are? Yeah, who else could handle the job? Lizzie is the oldest. By a lot. My mom said you're Jaden's age. Yeah? Thought so. I'm still the only one in this group with double digits.
Oh, okay, so they are like 8 and 9.
What about the other kids? Other kids? There aren't any. We're the only kids here. And Shallow is just visiting from another place. Not even tourists really bring their kids here. This is the land of ancients. Be careful that the old ollies don't try to steal your youth.
It's like one of those things like, this is the land of ancients. Make sure the stuff doesn't try to steal your youth. Like it goes back like completely fine.
The land of ancients, brother. Oh.
For a second, it looked like he might cry again. But something in his eyes shifted as he looked back at Lizzie.
What kind of old people? Like moms and dads or grandparents? Grandparents who don't have kids. They hate kids. Why? They haven't done anything.
Only some of them don't like kids. You interject quickly, hoping Lizzie wouldn't take things too far. Cove sniffles, his forehead creasing in worry. Lizzie was staring down at Cove but Cove wasn't even looking at her anymore. He didn't seem to care that she was there. He went on his own. He went. She was the next one to speak, completely unaware of the situation.
I met Lizzie and Jaden in school. You see tons of kids there once summer's over. I don't want to go to a new school. I don't want summer to end.
Shiloh looked down at the dirt. He hasn't had much luck stirring up conversation with Cove.
I like summer vacation a lot too.
All the building tension in the air suddenly vanished when Lizzie laughed. At Shiloh's discomfort, at how weird she thought Cove was, at something else entirely, you didn't really know, but she laughed, face scrunching up.
Welcome to Sunset Bird Cove. Take a seat, put on your feet, and get used to it.
Jesus! You offered him a small smile at the end. At least, looked to reassure him some. For the rest of the summer, Cove was always there. You saw him more often than Shiloh, and on some days, when she was in a bad mood or busy, you even saw him more than Lizzie. He became a staple of your everyday life. The sun and lunch and the beach were... During your first summer together, you really liked Cove. He was a fun person to play with, and he seemed like playing with you too. Of course, that was only the start of things. Oh.
Oh, these are we can go to moments.
Fireflies?
You would not believe your eyes. 10 million fireflies. Alright. Alright, tonight we're going to catch... fuck, I keep losing her. Alright, tonight we're going to catch fireflies.
At this blunt declaration from your sister, you looked up from your macaroni and cheese dinner. Fireflies were a familiar sight over summer, coming out of warm nights to dance through the sky. Tonight was particularly balmy. You knew there were bound to be tons of them around. They're already out the window. That's pretty cool.
Oh, you are you? How look at the moms.
You looked over at your mothers. They hadn't answered for sure yet. But if that was what Lizzie said you'd do, that's probably what you'd end up doing. Lizzie was an expert at getting her way. having mastered the art of it by the time she could talk.
That's just the older.
That's a good idea, Lizzie. Can we, Mrs. Tegan?
That's... Wait, who? Oh, that was Shiloh.
Yeah.
I completely blanked out the name. I was like, why the fuck is Lizzie talking like that? Shiloh tapped his fork against the table excitedly, his face lighting up as he looked at Lizzie. It was unusual for Shiloh to still be here. Like always, his mum had to bring him over really early in the morning before her job started. But normally, she would have picked him up by now. She called before dinner to let your mums know she'd be late. You didn't hear why. Probably more work things.
Mr. Holland's doing work around the neighborhood. He's doing plumbing.
Shiloh and Cove are about to become brothers. You thought maybe getting to hang out with Shiloh for longer is what made Lizzie want to keep running around outside. Staying at home and watching TV was never an option with her with guests over. That's why you were pretty sure she'd get your mums to agree.
Well, it's already so dark out there.
Lizzie gave Mum the best puppy dog eyes she could, slowly spooning mac and cheese into her mouth while you waited there for their response.
Let him go. Let him go. That's like this don't happen every day.
And we can spoon.
Spoon.
We can scissor while they're out.
Your parents exchanged a look. Then, Mum eventually sighed and nodded back.
Yes!
Fine, fine. Just make sure you stay on the hill behind our house with all the puppies, okay? Duh, Mum. That's where most of them are.
The idea had only just been planted in her head, but already you could just picture all the glowing lights spread out in front of you. All the fairies from the bedtime stories Mummy had read sometimes. Lizzie and Shiloh started digging into their food, and it soon became a race to see who could finish the dinner first.
Aren't you excited to go outside and play, Jaden?
You gave them a non-committal shrug.
Jaden's just mad 'cause I won't.
Oh, fuck.
It's
You keep, like, morphing back into Shiloh.
No, yeah, or like some fucking rat person.
Jaden's just mad 'cause I always catch the most.
Lizzie boasted proudly, her mouth full of food.
Oh, sorry.
No!
Mum gave her a stern look.
Elizabeth?
A knock at the door interrupted Mum before she could no doubt scold your sister.
I'll get it.
Oh, fuck.
The mouth before.
Yeah.
Your big sister jumped out of her seat and ran to the door, pulling it open without even looking at the window to see who it was.
Huh.
You shifted in your seat, trying to get a glimpse of the unexpected guest.
It's Cove. Good evening, Cove.
Your mummy had already walked up to the door by the time you managed to see past Shiloh's flappy hat. Oh, Cove. Hey, you're here. Cove smiled at your enthusiastic greeting and hoped Mummy would ask him to stay. It didn't matter why he was here. It meant he could join in all the catching fireflies. Then, for a few seconds, Cove said nothing. He only stood there and looked up at your mummy, with a face almost like he was considering turning around and leaving.
My dad told me to drop this off because I guess he borrowed it from you.
Cove took a familiar screwdriver from out of the large side pocket, his eyes now dropping to the floor.
We left ours back home when we moved.
Oh, great. Thanks, boy.
Thank you. Here, why don't you come inside for a bit?
Lizzie crossed her arms and lifted her chin. Cove shrugged, and Mum stood from the table too.
I'll give your dad a call to let him know you got here. You got here all right.
They just go and they just open the door and scream down the street like, "Hey! Go stay over for a bit!"
Oi, dickhead! Go stay over for a bit!
Cove shuffled fully inside, eyes remaining to the ground. Mummy closed the door behind him.
Hi, Cove.
Shiloh gave Cove a friendly smile while while waving. While waving by holding his hand up and opening and closing his fingers. I don't know why I'm having such trouble with reading basic shit today. Cove nodded in response. We will figure this out next time on Box of Issues.
I love Shallow's voice. That one's set in stone. That one's set in stone.
I don't want to say I hate it, but man.
Alright, lads, we'll catch you later. Boy.